the running backs met. They had a Zoom call, new pay strategy. I don't know what kind of strategy you can have unless you have this mass sit down or sit out. Maybe you show up, but you don't practice for a week. I don't think any of that matters. The owners will go, all right, you don't want to play? We'll go find running backs in the XFL. We'll go find somebody to play that position. But it's not like you're going to go, you know what? Let me give you $5 million more. It's just not going to happen. And there's nobody else in the locker room who's going to say, you know what? Why don't you take a little off my... If quarterbacks said, you know what? Let's do something. Let's support the running backs. Now, maybe you get somebody's attention. Maybe if the quarterbacks say, collectively, can we do something here? But until we have some kind of solution, it's a big story, but it really doesn't have any other ending than what we've seen so far, and that is they're not going to get a pay raise. And the running backs who are holding these Zoom calls won't be in the NFL in 7 years when the new collective bargaining agreement expires. If you're going to sacrifice part of your career for the betterment of running backs in the future, I applaud you. But until then, we can all say, well, they should get paid more. I thought Nick Chubb had the really interesting analysis here. He goes, we run as hard as we can. Maybe we get 2,000 yards, but 2,000 yards is a negative because we got all that wear and tear, and then you don't want us. Here's Nick Chubb of the Browns.
The biggest thing is that we're the only position that our production hurts us the most. If we go out there and run for 2,000 yards with so many carries, the next year they're going to say, you're probably worn down. That's the biggest thing that I took from it. It's just, it's tough. It hurts us just to go out there and do good. It hurts us at the end of the day.
Yeah, he's right. I mean, when you think about it, it's like, I ran for 2,000 yards. Well, that's a lot of wear and tear. And history has proven when you have those guys who get 1,900, 2,000 yards, the wear and tear that it takes on your body. And then you're not going to go, Aaron Judge, breaks the record for home runs with the Yankees. Well, that's a big deal. And then you can pay him because he just did that. It's not like you go, man, that's a lot of wear and tear. He swung really hard a lot of times. I don't know if we want to give him that money. It's like, no, we'll give you whatever you want. Shohei Ohtani, pitching, hitting. Anybody talking about wear and tear? No, it's like, go ahead. We're going to pay him $600 million. Running back, that's a lot of carries. But I thought Nick Chubb had some interesting things to say. Austin Eckler's been out in front with this. You also have Saquon Barkley, but nothing's going to change. Just not. Yeah, Paul.
Yeah, I haven't seen any reports. Like, if you have a meeting like this, you would think there'd be some type of action at the end of the meeting. We're all going to do this. We're going to get on the same page and do this, and there has been no reports. I can't imagine what this group of guys are going to do, but why else have the meeting unless there's an action at the backside of it?
Yeah, if you're going to try to unionize or do something or break free or whatever it might be, then great. I'd love to hear your strategy. I just don't know if they have – I think they have sympathy on their side, sentiment on their side, but they don't have anything else. They don't have ownership on their side. Yes, Eden.
Right. I mean, couldn't just the purpose of the meeting to be, let's kind of figure out what to do? Because their only hope is by sticking together.
Yeah, it could be a meeting to then have other meetings, subsequent meetings. But I talked to somebody with the NFL over the weekend and said, we feel bad, but there's nothing we're going to do and nothing we can do. You have, a collective bargaining agreement. Both sides came together, and nobody at any point said, running backs are getting kind of the short shrift here, not getting paid. Yeah, Paulie.
Do we take Daniel Snyder's $60 million fine and turn it into the running back fund?
Well, where does that money go?
I saw a couple articles this weekend, and the NFL has not released what they're going to do with it or what they're supposed to do with it.
All right. I'd be curious about that. $60 million. And Daniel Snyder also has $27 million in lawyer fees as well, legal fees.
The big winners.
Yeah.